And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 1, From a Pile of Planks.
It's a good sort of day to build something. It's a building sort of day.
Edgar!
Hey, Edgar!
What do you want to do today, Edgar?
Can we come over to your yard?
Oh, hi, Eleanor. And Henry. Sure, come on over.
What are you doing with those boards, anyway?
They're leftovers my dad gave me. I think we ought to build something with them. Something special.
Something special?
Like what, Edgar?
I don't know yet, but something.
Hey, we could use them to play we're explorers. We could build a wooden shelter in the wilderness. Come on.
But where can we explore around here?
Yeah, that's a problem. There's nothing new to explore.
That's true.
Is that heavy?
Yes, it is, Henry. And someday you might be strong enough to carry it. Maybe.
Oh, Edgar.
Come on, Edgar, cut it out. You were little once too, you know.
Just kidding, just kidding.
Oh, here comes Willie.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Willie.
Hello, Willie.
What's happening over here?
Nothing yet.
We're trying to think of something to make with these boards.
Hey, what about a treehouse?
Oh, that would be fun. We could see the whole neighborhood from a treehouse.
We'd have to climb way up there with the lumber.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Maybe we could build it with wings and fly it up.
Oh. Hello there. Lovely day, isn't it?
Hi, Cynthia. Where are you going?
I'm taking Betty for a little walk. Are you doing anything interesting?
Not yet. We're thinking maybe of building a treehouse.
I know. Why not make it into a regular house and play right here on the ground? Oh, I love playing house.
Well, I don't.
Me neither. I wish we could think up a whole new game.
How about it, Willie? You're good at thinking up new ideas.
You know, I might have an idea.
What?
What is it? What?
Remember on TV or the news when they set up the Skylab?
With the astronauts?
That's right. Well, how about building a Skylab of our own?
Hey, that's
It might even be more fun than house.
And we could be real explorers.
Space explorers.
It's perfect, Willie.
Well then, let's shape it like this.
Oh, yeah. Then we can really slice through the air.
All right, everybody. Here's some more wood. Let's start building.
I'll start on the inside.
Willie, have you got any more nails?
Sure, here you go. Look, Henry, you nailed me to the Skylab.
Gosh, Willie, I'm sorry. Hey, what about some windows?
Windows? Portholes, you mean?
Something round would be nice.
I know. We could take the wheels off my old tricycle.
Good idea, Henry. Go get it.
There, that does it.
What are you doing, Edgar?
Making a heat shield.
A heat shield? Wrap us something that won't bake in there like a potato.
Gee, it seemed like a good idea.
connect your handlebars to this rudder,
we'll be able to steer the ship. Hey, I'm trapped. There's no way to get out of here.
no way out.
Oh, no.
Some builders we are. We forgot to put in a door.
Don't worry, Cynthia. I'm coming with the saw. There, we're all finished.
Boy, doesn't it look great.
It's just beautiful.
Look, here's a picture of the first Skylab.
Oh, yes. It's just like ours.
I'm going to tack it on our wall. I figure it should bring us luck.
And out there in space, we're gonna need all the luck we can get.
But wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. How are we going to take off?
Take off? I thought this was just a game.
But even if it is a game, we've got to plan for a takeoff, Cynthia.
Yeah, and that's a problem with all of us weighing down the ship.
How about a big balloon?
Sooner or later, Henry, balloons always pop.
Kites might work. We could take all of our kites and tie them onto the roof.
Nice idea, Eleanor. But what if the wind stopped?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we've got to think of some way to get our Skylab off the ground. Otherwise, we really can't play the game.
But what's the difference? Isn't this just pretend? Well, isn't it?
To be continued. Next time, ready for blast-off.
Did you know that long ago and once upon a time
when we wanted to talk to our fellow man, we invented the drum. When we first wanted to make music, we invented the drum. When we marched in battle, we marched to the drum. When we prayed and we worshipped, it was to the beat of a drum. When we were sick and ailing, the drum soothed and calmed us. And when we wanted to tell stories of long, long ago, the drum would be there to help us along. The earliest drum was made from a fallen tree, whose insides had rotted away. Now it's made of clay or wood or leather or metal or bamboo. Sometimes it's round or square or tall, and most of the time it has no feet at all. In musical groups of today, all kinds of drums are mixed and matched. Sounds and rhythms from everywhere coming together. For you see, all countries, all cultures, all people share the drum. And move to its beat and listen to its call.
Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today? Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend?
understand. Magic always works when you do the best you can. So hold out your hand. Come show off your style. Everything is beautiful. I see it in your smile. Take the time to notice. It would be worth your while. Come show off your style. You and me, and me and you. Everything we say and do, all part of this beautiful world. Here comes a sunny day. Everything is beautiful. You show it in your face. There is no need for us to find a better way. 'Cause here comes a sunny day. You and me and you, everything we say and do, all part of this beautiful world. Hold out your hand. Everything is beautiful. I know you understand. Magic always works when you do the best you can. So hold out your hand. Come show off your style. Everything is beautiful. I see it in your smile. Take the time to notice. It would be worth your while. Come show off your style.
Did you know that words have stories? Listen to one now.
America is a nation of many parts, each part different, each beautiful. Our people come from nearly every nation on earth. Our customs come from many different cultures. And the language we speak, while mainly English, is filled with words loaned to us from a dozen different tongues.
When we say tea, silk, or ketchup, we are using words loaned to the American language by the Chinese.
When we say yam, cola, chimpanzee, or gorilla, we are using words borrowed from the languages of Africa.
Domino, cigar, banana, guitar, and parade are just a few of the words in our language that came to us from the Spanish-speaking peoples.
In Spanish, mixed with Mexican, give us such Chicano words as sombrero, rodeo, and bronco.
The languages of the Native Americans of the South have given us the names for cocoa, potato, chili, chocolate, and many other delicious things.
So the next time you say zebra,
Or avocado,
Or tea,
or bronco.
you are not only speaking American, but African, Native American, Chinese, and Chicano words as well.
Real people, I'd like to introduce you to some real people. Real people.
My name is Martin. Right now, my biggest wish is to get a pet snake. I've been trying to talk my mother into it.
Martin, what is the matter?
Nothing. Are you going to read the Dear Abby column?
Why should I read the Dear Abby column? Is it funny? Have you read it, John?
Well, yeah, I did notice it, and...
What's going on?
Dear Abby, I am a 14-year-old girl who wants a pet snake with all my heart. My mother says I can't have it. I even have the money for an aquarium, and I've studied up on how to care for it. Please be a pal and help me convince my mother to let me have a snake. Michelle. Dear Abby, I am a 14-year-old girl
who wants a pet snake with all my heart. My mother says I can't have it.
Dear Michelle, your mother, like many others, is prejudiced against snakes.
I see.
Because she knows very little about them. Herpetologists say that a non-poisonous snake makes a wonderful pet, and you can be sure nobody will steal it. So you found your boa constrictor. He's so big.
Mom, he's only a baby.
Well, how big is he gonna be?
Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he gorgeous? I named him Nigel. You'll love him.
Martin, I'll tell you right now, I'll never get to like that thing.
But why, Mom? Why?
Because he's not like other pets. He's scary, and he's different.
Boy, are you prejudiced. You don't even know him. He's not in the aquarium.
Nigel, Nigel, where'd you go? When I don't see you all day, you worry me so. Nigel, Nigel, where you been? Hiding in the closet where you gotta come out again.
All right, you guys, eat your words.
Eat your words. That's so naughty boy.
Hey, Martin, why don't you put a leash on him? Then you won't worry about him getting lost.
Do you let him sleep with you?
Of course not.
That's some crazy pet. Mine's gonna be even crazier, because I'm gonna get a pony.
Sure.
My mother isn't gonna like this.
She won't have to. She'll never see him.
Yeah. Cats don't know, dogs don't know, because they never seem to leave you alone. But you can bark and you can meow, and I never see you no more.
Get the picture, Nigel? Different vibes for different tribes.
All right, I can
Better than you any day.
Hey, Martin, here's a new guy for the team. His name's Joe, and he lives on Mountain Avenue.
That's really good. I'll be right back with you. I want to say.
Okay. Good, take care.
Hey, you didn't tell me he was black. You know, I don't like to hang around with them blacks.
Don't be stupid. His mother's my teacher. And he's a real cool guy. He's got a snake for a pet. Maybe you'd like to see him sometime.
I don't care. I'm just not supposed to associate. Well, maybe I could just take a look at a snake.
You're not going to take a look at Nigel, because I'm not going to let you. I heard what you said. You don't have to do me any favor.
Well, it's just that my mother...
You can tell your mother you didn't associate with any black kids.
So there!
Well, I guess you won't get to see the snake after all.
Excuse me, you came to my school about a year ago with a zoo show, and you had a boa constrictor.
Yes, I usually bring one along.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. There he is. Are you interested in snakes?
Yes, very. I have a bow of my own. I thought I could learn a little more about snakes.
Sure you can. Take our boa, for instance. Now, this is a South American boa constrictor. All right, they'll grow to be about 8, 9 feet. Now, the best way to handle him is when you're first picking him up, grab him in the back of the head. Once he calms down, you can let him go. But always let your hands follow him. He likes to be secure and feels nice, you know what I mean? Feels very good to him. Now, they eat rats, mice. Best thing to do is keep them frozen in your freezer. I'm sorry you got here a little late. I have to close up now, okay? So, I'm sorry. Where do you live?
On Pleasant Avenue in Montclair.
Hey, I'm not far from there. That's on my way home. You want to lift?
Yeah, that'd be great. And maybe I could show you my boa, if you have time.
Yeah, I can spare 5 minutes or so.
When Dodger wakes up and goes downstairs, he always takes a banister and crawls up the stairs. He'll hide in your desk, yes, he'll do that too. When you pick up your papers, he'll be staring at you.
Mrs. Harris, we're not trying to gang up on you.
Just that we all feel the same way. A snake is a menace to the neighborhood.
Well, then you are sort of ganging up on me, aren't you?
Well, now we really want to hear your side, too. We know that nothing is ever all black and white.
I know what you mean. It's just that I think my son should be able to have the kind of pet he wants, as long as my husband and I agree.
Look, Mrs. Harris, we feel the same way, but can't Martin have a less dangerous pet?
I'm deathly afraid of snakes.
I know why you feel that way, because a snake looks so different. Martin's even accused me of being prejudiced. But all the best authorities agree that a snake is not a dangerous pet.
But isn't it true that some snakes find their food by hanging in a tree and then grabbing an animal and squeezing it to death?
Well, I don't know what happens in the jungle, but this one is always very well fed. Excuse me, it's my son.
Mom, this is Scott Richardson.
Hello, Mr. Richardson. You're just the man I need. Could you please explain to my neighbors that a snake is not a dangerous pet?
Sure, actually, I'd like to give all of you a little talk. Is there someplace we could sit comfortably?
Sure, let's go in the living room.
I just know I'm not going to be convinced.
Oh, come on and sit down, Mary. You might find it interesting.
Well, listen, but I can't resist.
Oh, thank you. How about coffee, everybody?
Hi, this is Woody. How are you? Or should I say como estas, like the Spanish do? For today, we're making a Mexican treat called guacamole. It can't be beat. Mexican-Americans throughout the states love guacamole. They think it's great. And so it is, as you'll soon see. So get in your gear and follow me. 2 avocados here and 1 tomato. 1 tomato. My dear, I can hardly wait to have a taste of that delicioso avocado paste. We'll need 2 green chili peppers. That's true, but if you can't get fresh ones, canned ones will do. And it's a good idea to have a grown-up along just to make sure that things do not go wrong. Now, first you have to peel the avocados, then mash them up along with the tomato. Then chop up the roasted chili peppers, add a little salt, and mix up all the goodies together. Now what you got is a fabulous dip to serve with corn or potato chips. And when you have passed the guacamole around, you'll be so surprised at all the friends you found. For everyone loves a new taste treat, whether they're from Mexico or 18th Street. Another nice thing about avocados is the wonderful thing you can do with the pit. Just place it in water, then put it in the dark, and after some days, you'll see it start to grow. Then take the pit, plant it in a pot, and what do you think that you have got? The beginning of what will turn out to be a great and noble avocado avocado tree. Make some guacamole, then plant a tree.
Have you ever felt all alone in a big crowd of people? When you feel different or strange, or that most people are not like you, it is probably because you feel like you're in a minority.
Being in a minority is like when you're the only kid in class who forgot to bring their lunch.
Each of us is in a minority at different times in different ways. Children are sometimes surrounded by adults.
Isn't he cute?
What a great.
Boys may be surrounded by girls. Or just the opposite.
Baby, 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 you can't get out of the circle.
Even being surrounded by dogs and cats might make you feel you're in a minority. But if you learn what it's like to feel alone in a crowd of people different from yourself, then maybe you'll know how to make someone else feel less alone.
Is Oreo your friend, Luther?
Sure, Pee-wee.
Is Hardcore?
Yes.
Mary Frances?
Yes.
Lily?
Yes.
How did you get so many friends?
By being friendly, I guess.
And now, today's adventure of Outer Scope 1, ready for blastoff.
Our Skylab is all built, but now we have to figure out how to make it fly.
Oh, yeah. Well, we've got to think of some way to get our Skylab off the ground. Otherwise, we really can't play the game.
But what's the difference? Isn't this just pretend? Well, isn't it?
Come on, Cynthia. Use your imagination. This is the best game we ever played.
Propellers. Could we use propellers? That's how my model planes work.
Look, Henry, this isn't one of your model planes. It's a great big spaceship.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Henry. Don't look so sad. At least you're trying. That's more than someone else around here is doing.
All right, I could take a hint. I suppose we could use some kind of fuel. Maybe a gas.
What kinds of gases are there?
Something light. Not a liquid. We need the airy kind.
One that would help us rise.
Rise? You say this gas should make us rise?
What do you know about gases, Cynthia?
Watch that tongue, Edgar. I might be able to solve this problem. Lots of times I help my mother bake bread and...
Bake bread? What's that got to do with us?
Plenty, Eleanor. You see, in baking, you start with a little lump of dough and end up with a big puffed up loaf. And you know why?
Why? No, tell us.
Because of the yeast.
How does yeast work?
It gives off some kind of gas. That's why the bread gets so big and airy. The yeast makes it rise. And if it works for bread, I don't see why it won't do the same for us.
It sounds awful simple. Don't you need something to go with it to make it work?
Only water.
Hey, Cynthia's discovered the
Boy!
answer.
Oh, boy! And if you add sugar, it works even faster.
Fantastic. We've got it.
Well, what do you know? She figured it out.
Good thinking, Cynthia.
Thanks, Eleanor. See, I knew I could help. Water, sugar, and here's the yeast.
We can mix it in this kettle.
And attach it to this hose.
The gas will rise up the hose.
Through the roof.
And the umbrellas will catch it and lift us way out there. It's beautiful, isn't it? I don't believe it.
What shall we call it? It deserves a good name.
Anyone have any ideas?
Not me.
I can't think of anything.
Well, what do you think of this? Outer Scope 1.
Outer Scope 1.
It's just right.
Who gets to play captain? Willie ought to go first. He thought up the game.
Okay, Willie goes first. Aw, thanks everyone. And then we'll take turns. Here, why don't we all write the name? Oh, good idea. S
C O
T E. Roman numeral 1.
Hey, what's in that trunk?
Oh, lots of odds and ends. Mostly junk. But maybe they'll come in handy for emergencies.
Emergencies?
Well, we've got to be prepared.
You can never tell what might happen in outer space.
Hey, wait. I thought this was just pretend. Just a game. We're not really going to fly into outer space, are we?
Who knows? Anyway, like I said, we've got to be prepared.
Ooh, I'm not sure I like this game.
Cynthia, stop acting so scared.
I am not scared. I was only asking sensible questions. Anyway, I decided to take Betty with us.
Why? Do you think she likes space travel?
Do you think you do? Anyway, we might need her. Betty's very smart, you know. She can always find a way out of trouble. Not that I hope we have any.
All right, crew. Let's get ready for liftoff. At your stations, please.
Oh, boy, we're ready to play.
Okay, crew. I'll give the orders in.
Wait a minute. Is this trip for real?
Cynthia, Outer Scope 1 is our ship, and we can take it wherever we want. Is everyone ready?
Aye, aye, sir. Roger.
Right, Willie.
Aye, sir. All right, then. Drop yeast.
Yeast dropped.
Drop sugar.
Sugar dropped.
Pour water.
Water poured. Look, Elmo, it's bubbling.
Countdown. 10, 9.
Oh, boy.
8, 7, 6.
What a game.
5, 4.
We're almost up.
3, 2.
We're almost up.
1. Lift off.
Next time, shooting through space.
It's time to tell a story. It's storytelling time.
Chip off the old block, chip off the old block. I was just a splinter off the street where I live. I'm a chip off the old block. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Les, what are you doing sitting here by yourself? You reminiscing?
Yeah, just sitting here on the stoop. It reminds me back home. Well, back home when I was growing up, you know, that I remember the sounds. People walking down the street, sounds in the evening, people playing with a tennis ball in the middle of the street and all that, man. Remember the sounds of, Lester, your mama call you? Stuff like that, man. Oh, wow. That's really nice. I remember that, man. Kind of mixing the sentimental and thinking about those things. Really something.
But do you remember any of the good moments, you know?
I remember when we played basketball. Remember we used to play basketball in the vacant lot?
Yeah, they used to have trailers over there, right?
Yeah.
Also, do you remember what we used as a basket?
Yeah, you remember we used to take a bushel basket and cut the bottom out and put a backboard up on the, what you call those things? It's called telephone pole.
Well, we didn't let you play basketball.
They had to, man, because I owned the basketball. Nobody could play unless, you know, I let you play with the ball. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah. That's nice, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Hey, gotta ask you something. You remember that we used to play hide and go seek?
Hide and go seek.
Hide and go seek.
I remember that, man. I remember that little thing we used to say when we were like doing hide and go seek.
What?
We say, last night, night before, 24 hours at my door. I got up, let them in, hit them in the head with a rolling pin. We used to play hopscotch, too.
You played hopscotch?
Yeah. You know, I couldn't be around you guys all the time, because, you know, you're bigger than I was. I remember when I was playing hopscotch, and then I made up the song.
Really? What was it?
It's like, sometimes when things are rough, I try to liven them all up. I run downstairs to the sidewalk and play hopscotch with my buttercup. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? I gotta ask you something else. What do you think of, like, being punished?
Well, back in those days, I thought it was kind of cruel, man, for my folks to do that. But I found out, man, it was for my own good. Because, you know, like I was out, you know, sitting on the stoop one night, and then I went down the street. You know, it was about 12 o'clock. They said, stay out front. And I went down the street, man. And, you know, they really got me about that, man. But I found out it was for my own good, you see. My mama loved me, so she did it for a reason.
So you figure, like, this kind of, like, punishment is, like, good?
Yeah, it's good. Because punishment in that way is like love.
Oh, yeah. I want to ask you something else. How about people calling your name?
Well, it kind of got to me, man, but I figure it's like a little young game, man, when you're growing up, and you get the names, but you don't let it bother you.
You know, there's a song out, well, it was out not too long ago, that really reminded you of, like, when we were back in the old neighborhood, remember?
Oh, I know that song.
Would you do it?
Yeah, I'd do it right now. Cause you roll soul in little white shoes, Papa's real proud of the little bitty rock and roll baby, singing at the age of 2. He can hardly talk, but he sure know how to sing the blues. Little Joe never sang out of tune, always in key, so's the little rock and roll baby. Papa loves the way he grooves, never heard a boy sing the way that little Joey do. Born in a theater in Bloomfield, West Virginia, Ma and Pa were traveling on the road. I worked hard all summer, so I filled in for the drummer. One night stands was easy for little Joe. La 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 la. That's what you call getting down.
Did you know that words have stories? Listen to one now.
Hey, brothers and sisters, let's rap about words.
Have you ever said bustin' suds instead of wash the dishes?
You ever call a little kid a crumb crusher?
Ever hear jazz?
Have you ever called money bread?
Or apple, or cake, or grape?
If you have, you're using words and expressions originated by Black Americans. Do you dig?
I'm hip.
That too. Dig, hip, and hep are all Black American words meaning to understand.
You don't have to pull my coattail.
You mean I don't have to explain it to you?
All of these words and phrases are what we call slang. It's a special language of words that don't appear in the standard dictionary.
Why do we talk slang? Bend my ear, baby.
Sometimes because there is no word in standard English that says what you want to say as accurately or as colorfully as the word you invent yourself. For example, in slang, a black man who acts like a white man is called an Oreo.
Because an Oreo is a cookie that's black outside and white inside.
There's no dictionary word as descriptive as that. Sometimes we speak slang because that's the way our friends talk. To be a part of the group, share things with our friends, you've got to speak their language.
Otherwise, you're out to lunch.
Meaning you don't understand. Another reason slang is spoken is because it's a secret language. Only you and your friends know the meaning of the words. In England, the Cockneys speak a rhyming slang that only they understand. In Cockney, bread and honey equals money.
Bread and honey rhymes with money, a secret language.
Much of American slang started among the black people, and much of black slang came from black musicians, part of a secret language only other musicians understood.
Until the code was broken and non-musicians picked it up.
Slang may not be proper, but it certainly enriched our vocabularies.
Groovy.
If I tell you to cool it,
I get all decked out in a new set of threads.
If you're an 8-ball,
or a fat cat, if you're feeling funky,
or all hung up. If you talk this way to describe who you are or how you feel,
what to do or how to do it,
you're speaking the slang of black Americans.
Crazy.
Right on.
Dig you later, brothers and sisters.
What do you wanna be when you grow up? What do you wanna be?
Hi, my name is Mao Xiao. I'm a city planner. My job is to work with people and make cities a better place to live. City planners are concerned with all the things that affect the quality of the life of a city. For instance, the buildings, the houses, the playgrounds and the parks, the traffic, subways, stores, all those things affect the life of a city and how you enjoy the city. A city is made up of many different things. Big buildings, small buildings, office buildings, factories, fire stations, places to play, places to work, schools and churches, department stores and markets, old homes, new homes, apartment buildings, streets and subways, some parts dying, some parts being born. But most of all, cities are neighborhoods. The city is always changing. It changes because people change. But the city is made for people to live in. Just as you and I grow and change, so do cities. Just as our parents help us grow up, city planners try to do the same for cities. But the city is a very busy place. It has many, many people living there, working there, and going from place to place. Sometimes things go wrong because the city isn't taken care of in the right way. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with a city. Houses are too crowded, there's too much noise, garbage in the streets, too much traffic, dirty air, houses become run down, streets aren't safe, and people lose the feeling that they belong to their neighborhoods. A city planner is a lot like a doctor. She tries to fix things that are wrong and work with people to make their neighborhoods a better place. I work in Chinatown, Philadelphia. Here we have many problems because no one thought about how Chinatown should be able to grow. There are not enough homes, stores, parks, or playgrounds for the people who want to live here. There is too much traffic, and it's even dangerous for children to play on the sidewalks. A highway was planned to go through and knock down many houses, and the children were also going to lose their school. But the people of Chinatown got together to save their neighborhood. We worked with people who planned the highway to draw up a better plan which everybody liked. Now, the school can be saved and a new park built over the highway.
Real people, I'd like to introduce you to some real people. Real people.
When a boa and your boy become the best of friends, the feeling that you had about a reptile ends. 'Cause snakes and kids get along just fine, and Nigel's even just become a friend of mine.
My name is Martin. I've got this great snake named Nigel. Can you imagine he disappeared?
I'm sure a boa constrictor makes a good pet, but I don't like snakes that much.
Well, what kind of animal would your parents want you to have?
Well, you know, I'm not sure my mommy wants me to have any kind of pet. She says it's got to be a kind of pet that won't throw up.
Oh, wow. Well, that leaves boas out anyway. They do sometimes.
She said also that she's tired of cleaning up messes. But I know one kind of pet that, you know, it doesn't throw up.
What's that?
A pony. I really want a pony.
Oh, wow. They're big. Where would you keep it?
Oh, Martin, I keep it anywhere. Besides, your boa constrictor's supposed to be 9 feet long.
Well, they cost a lot of money, don't they?
Yep, about $200.
Oh, wow.
You weren't supposed to...
Calm down. He didn't know what he was talking about. None of you. Just, calm down. You don't know what you're talking about. Just calm down.
Hey! Who took my bag? It was right here on the back of the bike. Now, come on! Who took my bag? Hey, TJ, where's Larry?
Hey, yeah,
Larry was right here. Hey, come on, has anybody seen my bag?
Larry!
Somebody go find Larry.
See you tomorrow, Mrs. Harris.
Okay, honey.
Mrs. Harris. Mom, Nigel was stolen.
Stolen? How was he stolen?
Right off the back of my bicycle.
Now calm down, Martin, and tell me, how did it happen?
Well, he was on the back of my bicycle because I was going to take him over to the museum to put him with Scott's boa. And I was walking my bicycle and talking to Brenda when the fight started. And I went over to break up the fight, and then I looked back towards my bicycle, and the bag was gone. So I started screaming and hollering and asking everybody had they seen it, and
that's what happened.
All right, just take it easy. Why don't we go home, phone the police, and wait for them to call? I'm sure they can find it.
I wonder who could have done it.
No, Sergeant, not a boy, a boa. A snake, you know.
It was probably Larry. Boy, I thought he was a friend.
I don't know who would want to steal a snake, but he was stolen.
Maybe he was just cheesing me.
Yes, I think it would be a good idea if you came over. Then my son could give you all the particulars. Thank you.
Maybe some of the other white kids put him up to it.
Oh, Martin, come on.
Well, everybody has to take sides sometimes. That's how the fight started.
Hello, Brenda. You seem interested in snakes.
Are snakes worth a lot of money?
Well, that depends on what you have in mind.
How about boas?
Yeah, they can be expensive. It all depends on how big they are.
Would you be interested in buying a boa?
Do you have a bow?
Yes, I got it as a present. Although I really can't use it. Actually, I need some money.
Where did you get this snake from?
I told you, I got it for a present.
How long ago?
About 3 or 4 weeks ago, I think.
What's his name?
Oh, never mind if you don't
Wait
want
a minute. I already have a boa, but I know somebody that would really be interested in this snake. Why don't we take a ride over there?
I really don't have the time now.
You want to get rid of the snake, don't you? Come on, Brenda. It'll only take a minute.
A boa in a bag on the back of a bike is a good place to ride when you're going on a hike. So watch out for little girls who want to buy pony. Something might be tricky there or something might be funny.
Why did you do it, Brenda? I figured Larry for a joke. But you, I just don't get.
I'm sorry, Martin. I really am. I don't even understand it myself. I didn't want to hurt you. I was sure your father would get you another boa.
I don't care. You stole Nigel. I thought you were my friend.
I still am, even if you don't believe me. I needed that money, Martin. I really wanted that pony.
Hey, Scott, she thought she could get $200 for Nigel. Boas aren't worth that much, dummy. Ever think of earning the money?
Martin, the sergeant is waiting to talk to you in the kitchen. How did you get Nigel back? What are you doing here, Brenda?
Well, it seems Brenda here decided to borrow Nigel for a little while.
Hi, this is Woody. How are you? Or should I say, como estas, like the Spanish do? For today, we're making a Mexican treat called guacamole. It can't be beat. Mexican Americans throughout the states love guacamole. They think it's great. And so it is, as you'll soon see. So get in your gear and follow me. 2 avocados here, and 1 tomato. My dear, I can hardly wait to have a taste of that delicioso avocado paste. We'll need 2 green chili peppers. That's true, but if you can't get fresh ones, canned ones will do. And it's a good idea to have a grown-up along just to make sure that things do not go wrong. Now, first you have to peel the avocados, then mash them up along with the tomatoes. Then chop up the roasted chili peppers, add a little salt, and mix up all the goodies together. Now what you got is a fabulous dip to serve with corn or potato chips. And when you have passed the guacamole around, you'll be so surprised at all the friends you found. For everyone loves a new taste treat, whether they're from Mexico or 18th Street. Another nice thing about avocados is the wonderful thing you can do with the pit. Just place it in water, then put it in the dark, and after some days, you'll see it start to grow. Then take the pit, plant it in a pot, and what do you think that you have got? The beginning of what will turn out to be a great and noble avocado tree. Make some guacamole, then plant a tree.
Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today? Why don't you make a new friend, make a new friend, make a new friend today?
Everybody is uptight about what they're called. What do you want to be called? Colored? Negro? Afro-American? Black?
Luther.
Come on. la 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 la.